Panda's Peril, a thrilling adventure against a cruel wolf. Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there lived a kind-hearted and friendly panda named Pio. Pio loved to eat bamboo and play with his forest friends. He was always eager to help others, and everyone in the forest loved him for his gentle nature. One day, while Pio was out gathering bamboo, he stumbled upon a fierce and cruel wolf. The wolf was known throughout the forest for its bad temper and aggressive behavior, and no one dared to get too close to it. But Pio, being the curious and friendly panda that he was, approached the wolf and tried to make friends. At first, the wolf was suspicious of Pio, but eventually, it let down its guard and allowed Pio into its world. The two of them became fast friends, sharing stories and enjoying each other's company. Pio was happy to have found a new friend in the wolf, and the wolf was happy to have found someone who didn't judge it for its rough exterior. However, Pio soon discovered that the wolf had a dark side. It had a habit of bullying and intimidating other animals in the forest, and Pio couldn't bear to see it hurting others. He tried to talk to the wolf about its behavior, but the wolf just brushed him off and said it was only playing around. As time went on, Pio began to see the wolf's true nature more and more. It would often go off on its own, ignoring Pio's calls and leaving him alone in the forest. Pio began to feel like he was being used by the wolf, and he didn't like the feeling. One day, while they were out playing in the forest, the wolf suddenly turned on Pio. It growled and snarled, its eyes filled with malice. Pio was shocked and frightened, not understanding what had gone wrong. The wolf lunged at him, ready to attack. But Pio was not one to back down from a fight. He had been trained in Kung Fu by his grandfather, and he knew how to defend himself. He used all his skills to fight off the wolf, and after a long and exhausting battle, he finally emerged victorious. The wolf was left alone in the clearing, confused and angry. It had never expected Pio to fight back, let alone win. It had underestimated the little panda's strength and cunning, and now it was paying the price. The wolf howled in frustration, feeling a mixture of anger and regret. Days turned into weeks, and Pio avoided the wolf at all costs. He didn't want to risk getting hurt, and he didn't trust the wolf anymore. But deep down, he couldn't shake the feeling that he had lost something important. The friendship he had shared with the wolf, even though it had been based on lies, had meant something to him. It had made him feel less alone in the vast forest. One day, as Pio was eating bamboo by the river, he saw the wolf again. It was limping along the river bank, looking weaker than ever before. Pio felt a pang of pity, and he realized that he didn't want the wolf to suffer. He approached it cautiously, ready for any attack, but the wolf didn't move. It just stared at him with sad, tired eyes. "What happened to you?" Pio asked softly. The wolf sighed. "I got into a fight with some other wolves. They didn't like that I was spending time with a panda." Pio nodded, understanding. "I'm sorry," he said. "I wish things could have been different." The wolf looked at Pio, really looked at him for the first time since their fight. It saw the kindness in Pio's eyes, the honesty in his words, and it felt a twinge of shame. It had never known a creature like Pio. Before the wolf could say anything, there was a rustling in the bushes. Pio tensed, ready to defend himself, but it was just a small rabbit. The rabbit looked up at Pio and the wolf, and then it scurried away. The wolf sighed again. "No one wants to be around me anymore," it said. "I don't blame them. I have been terrible to everyone in the forest." Pio listened quietly, not wanting to interrupt. "I thought I was tough," the wolf continued, "that I could handle anything on my own. But I was wrong. I need friends, just like everyone else." Pio smiled. "You can still make things right," he said. "It's never too late to change." The wolf looked at Pio, and for the first time, it saw hope in the little panda's eyes. It realized that it didn't have to be alone, that it could still find friendship and happiness in the forest. It looked up at Pio, and it whispered, "Thank you." From that day on, the wolf began to change. It stopped bullying and intimidating the other animals in the forest, and instead, it tried to be friendly and helpful. It made an effort to apologize to those it had hurt, and it made new friends along the way. Pio was happy to see the wolf finally learning to be kind and accepting of others, and he welcomed the wolf back into his life. The two friends spent many more days exploring the forest and playing together. Pio was glad that he had been able to teach the wolf the importance of friendship and kindness, and the wolf was grateful for the second chance that Pio had given it. They knew that they would always have each other's backs, no matter what. The moral of the story is that it's never too late to change, and that everyone deserves a second chance. Even those who seem cruel and intimidating on the surface can learn to be kind and accepting of others, if they are willing to try. True friendship is built on honesty, trust, and respect, and it is worth fighting for. If you like this story, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Please write your name in the comments. I will give your name to the hero of my new story. Thank you so much for watching Sam He Tales. Stay connected.